Does your cat also need your lap, follows you from room to room, headbutts you? Do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it feels affectionate, but behind those small, everyday moments, there's something most people completely miss. It's one of the most intimate forms of recognition any animal can offer another living creature. And if you brush it off as just cat behavior, which most owners do, you might be overlooking what your cat has been communicating to you for years. Here's the truth. Your cat doesn't see you as a human at all, and understanding what they actually see you as changes everything. 1. You're not their owner, you're their colony. Most people assume cats are solitary animals who tolerate humans for food and warmth, that they're independent by nature and don't really form deep attachments. Here's what's actually happening. Cats in the wild live in small, highly selective social groups called colonies. These aren't random gatherings, they're built on trust earned over time. And the behaviors your cat shows you, rubbing against your legs, sleeping near your head, greeting you at the door, those aren't just habits, they are colony behaviors, reserved for members of their inner circle. You're not their owner to them, you're their family. Think about that for a second. Every time your cat chooses to be near you, they're not defaulting to whoever feeds them, they're choosing their person. And for an animal that evolved to be extremely careful about who they trust, that choice means everything. And by the way, if your cat has ever pressed their forehead directly against yours and held it there, don't brush that off. We'll come back to what that really means at the end, and it's one of the things most owners wish they'd understood sooner. 2. Science confirms what you've always felt. A 2019 study from Oregon State University found that cats form secure attachments to their owners in the same way human infants bond with caregivers. When placed in an unfamiliar environment, cats consistently use their owner as a safe base, returning to them for reassurance before exploring. But here's the emotional weight of that finding. Secure attachments in any species means one thing. You are their source of safety in an uncertain world. Not a food dispenser, not a warm surface, a safe base, the thing they come back to. Behavioral scientists call this proximity seeking, and in cats, it's not automatic, it has to be earned. Which means if your cat seeks you out when they're unsettled, they aren't just looking for comfort in general, they're looking for you specifically. 3. They've marked you as theirs, on purpose. Here's what most people don't realize about the headbutting and the leg rubbing. Your cat has scent glands concentrated around their cheeks, forehead, and the base of their tail. When they rub against you, they're depositing pheromones, invisible chemical signals that carry one clear message to other cats. This belongs to my group. They're not marking you like territory, they're marking you like family. In feline social dynamics, scent sharing is an act of inclusion. It blurs the line between individual and group. By mixing their scent with yours, your cat is making you part of their identity. You're not just someone they live with, you're someone they carry with them. Now, before we keep going, if you're learning something new about your cat, hit like and subscribe. That's how we get these videos to more cat owners who want to love their cats the right way. 4. They learned this from their mother. Where did this behavior come from? Go back to the very beginning of a cat's life. Kneading, that slow, rhythmic pushing motion your cat does on your lap, originates in kittenhood. Kittens knead their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. It's one of the first associations they ever form between physical closeness and feeling completely safe. When your adult cat needs you, they're not being kittenish or regressing. They're extending the deepest emotional template they have onto you, the one built around their mother, around warmth, safety, and unconditional belonging. You've become that to them, not metaphorically, neurologically. 5. They don't do this with just anyone. Your cat doesn't slow blink at your house guests. They don't knead the couch. They don't follow the plumber from room to room. They do it with you. Cats are not indiscriminate with affection. Studies on feline social behavior show that cats actively differentiate between familiar and unfamiliar people, and they reserve their full behavioral repertoire for the individuals they've genuinely bonded with. The cheek rubs, the exposed belly, the chirping when you walk in, none of that is on autopilot. All of it is selective, which means every single time your cat chooses to do any of it with you, you are being chosen, not settled for, chosen. 6. The forehead press, the thing most owners miss. Remember at the beginning when I said we'd come back to the forehead press?
This is what I was talking about. When a cat presses their forehead against another being and holds it there, what researchers call headbutting, they're doing something that goes against a core survival instinct. They're exposing the most vulnerable part of their skull. They're closing their eyes in close proximity to another creature. In the wild, that moment of stillness and exposure can cost an animal its life. Your cat does it anyway, with you. This is what most owners never fully realize. Your cat isn't just showing affection in those moments. They are overriding their own instincts because the trust they have in you is stronger than the fear that kept their ancestors alive. That's not a habit. That's a choice made from a depth of feeling that has no other word for it. 7. When it stops, pay attention. If your cat suddenly stops seeking you out, stops bunting, stops kneading, stops making eye contact, don't dismiss it as moodiness. Behavioral scientists observe that cats who withdraw from previously bonded humans are almost always communicating one of two things: physical discomfort or emotional distress. Cats don't sulk for no reason. They don't pull away out of spite. A 2021 review of feline stress indicators found that social withdrawal is one of the earliest and most reliable signals that something is wrong, often appearing before any physical symptoms. Your cat going quiet is not them being independent. It's them telling you something in the only language they have. Don't ignore it. So when your cat finds you across a room and presses their forehead against yours, when they knead your lap at the end of a long day, when they follow you into every room for no apparent reason, you know what's actually happening now. They don't see a human, they see their colony, their safe base, the being they've chosen to carry with them, in scent, in instinct, in the oldest emotional language they know. That's not just affection. That's your cat placing you at the center of their entire world. And that small, quiet moment, the forehead press, the slow blink, the paw resting on your hand, it was never small to them. It shouldn't be small to you either.